Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Sister Stitchers. It is Wednesday, July 8th, and we are going to share our stitching with you. So, Heidi has a ton to share, so
I
we're going to let
do.
her take over.
I do have a ton to share. One of the reasons we did not meet last week was because I was too busy cross stitching. I kind of went crazy and off the deep end. I joined two, not just one, but two groups that have made cross stitching into a game, and it's very competitive. Like it is not for the faint of heart. I didn't even bother asking Lindsey, because I
I
just
did not join.
I knew better. Like people were already asking, "What's your stitch count? What's your stitch rate?" And I was pretty low compared to some of them. And then I realized I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go all out. And I totally cleaned my house, did some meal prepping, and I ignored everything for a week. And within that week, I got over 8,000 stitches in. So I was doing at least 1,000 stitches a day. So I have a lot to show you. Obviously, that is not a sustainable rate of cross stitching for me, but I have learned a lot. And I, in the future, when I play these games again, or I'm still playing, but I'm not as, my team got kicked out. Well, we got defeated, and so
Oh,
I'm not
I
I'm
thought
not
you
going
guys were
we
like,
didn't get kicked out, but we got defeated. We were the first to be targeted, and we stitched our butts off for a week. That's all I gotta say. Like we stitched a lot for 1 week, and then we
when
finally were just like, we can't keep sustaining this. So because we
when
were
you
all
said
really
you
tired
got
and cranky.
when you said you got kicked out, I thought you like went to Facebook jail or something.
Oh no, no, like in the game, like we lost because it's different groups that battle against each other. You stitch for spells, and then you attack with a spell kind of thing, or you heal with a spell. And we got attacked more than we could heal. Well, we were maintaining the hills for a week, and then we just had a team meeting, and we are like, who can really keep sustaining the rate of stitches that we're doing? And basically nobody. So we were like, all right, it's time to call it. We held in for a week, like a solid week. They were trying really hard to get rid of us. um, so, in no particular order, I'm going to show you off the projects that I had pulled out. You're going to notice a lot of these. Like, I learned that when you do this kind of stuff, from my leader, from the group leader, that you pick projects that have a lot of um, stitches of the same color, like close together, where you don't have to do a lot of counting. You just stitch, stitch, stitch. And so most of my projects are like that. There's a few that are not, because I was like, I need a break from this. Blocks of color can get really boring. So um, it's every now and then I needed a break. So I did work on my Heaven and Earth piece. This piece is Night
Wow.
Cafe. This is Night Cafe by Heaven and Earth. I don't remember the actual Alfred. I can never say his name. Um, I got this all set up in Pattern Keeper. This is the first time I've pulled this out for the year. I had planned to pull it out this month, anyways. This is the letter N, so I pulled it out. I only did 200 stitches in this one, in an evening, because it was taking a lot longer to do this than my other pieces. So I was like, okay, this is my slow. Take a break, get caught up. I am trying to do the Uno. I'm gonna have to go in and catch up because I kind of got lost, but I'll catch up. I needed a couple of days break. Um, so, but when I was competing, I felt there was a block here that had a whole bunch of parked threads. I'm working through the parked threads since it's in Pattern Keeper now. So I got 200 stitches in. This is the end of the page right here. So I just have this little small amount for this page, and then I'm going to move into this page. I haven't decided. I did. Um, what's that called? Grid. There we go. I'm like, what are some words? I did grid it, but I only gridded the first quarter of the quad. I only gridded the first quadrant. So like my other half, like on the back on the other side, is not gridded yet. But I have the quadrants set up. So I'm not really sure. Like, can you see it? I don't know if you can how well you can see that. Like this side's not gridded, and the bottom two quadrants are not gridded either. I don't know if I'm gonna grid them. I don't know if I need to. What do you think, Lindsay?
Um, well, you can start with not gridding them or broadening them. And then if you need to, you can always add it. I don't
Grotty.
know. I saw it in Stiachalong. They called it Grodd. Didn't
Okay.
they?
I don't know.
Grodded.
I don't know. I don't think you guys saw this when I started it. It's almost finished. My goal was to finish it before we recorded today, but I took a nap. I haven't stitched today, and I really do not have very much left on this. Like less than 100 stitches left. So this is my August. Your celebrations. Did I show it in the last video? I don't think I had even started it, honestly. So here's celebrations. It's almost done. I just need to finish right here. And then there's some ants along the sides that I need to do. And it'll be finished. Like, I'm not kidding you. There's less than 100 stitches left in this. I really was hoping for a finish before we recorded, but I needed sleep more. And then I had pulled out this piece, my 12 Days of Christmas. Not a whole lot was happening here when I started it. All that was done was a little bit of like maybe 5 to 10 stitches of white for the head. I need to finish. I'm in the blue, still in the water, and that blue is also in the sky a little bit. The beak of the swan, and then it's back stitching, and I'll be finished with this piece. I did that in 2 days. Like, and that wasn't all I worked on in those 2 days. So this was I need something in my hand that I can easily walk around with because kids. So that was that. All right, my next few pieces is where you're going to see the most progress. This is definitely the piece that I put the most stitches in.
Oh my goodness.
Can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I showed this not very long ago. When I showed this, the fill-in color was just the little corner right there. Up here in the corner, I had just filled in a little bit of the color. I had not started filling in color anywhere else. I did finish the leaf border. I'm pretty sure I was over here on the leaf border and didn't have any of the bottom of the leaf. So it matched up, and now it's just about filling it in. So that's my border for our Ink Circles map. Are you seeing it all or no?
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah, so,
I don't know whenever, because it'll cut it
yeah.
off, right?
I'm just going in the center, I guess, where my face is at. So, yeah, this definitely took the lion's share. Well, this one project and another one. This one I probably put at least 4,000 stitches in a week. Like this probably was half of my stitches. It's crazy. I did a lot of. This was the piece that I'd pull out. We're like, okay, we're desperate. We need to heal quickly. Who can do this the fastest? And this was okay, I can stitch on this really fast because there's no counting. And it's a variegated, and I used really long threads because here's a parked one. It's just like long. It's a variegated silk, so it doesn't really knot up on me very much. And so I just go, go, go. And it was easy to count because I know that there's 16 stitches in between each of these. So I didn't have to spend a lot of time counting either. After I would get to a point. So
I'm losing daylight over here.
I know, right? All right, I'll hurry up. I'm sorry.
Here, I'm gonna do mine real quick.
Okay, I have 2 pieces left. But okay, go.
Okay. So I'm not doing anything Heidi's doing in her games. Even though my husband said, "Did you hear about the competitions Heidi's in?" And I was like, "Yeah, a little." And he goes, "Don't worry, she told me she kept you out of it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm out of it. Can't do that." But I'm doing Christmas in July.
Yes.
Is my theme for this month. I also was working on this other stitch that I can't show. But this is the one I worked on. It's called the Drawn Thread. No, it's by the Drawn Thread, and it's called Good Tidings. And I have a finish.
Yay, a finish! Congratulations,
Finish. Thank you. We're like a little. I got the beads even, and I don't know if you can see anything.
It looks good.
You see it?
Yeah.
I don't have
Hold
anything
still
behind
for,
it.
hold
So
still
that's
for a
my,
second. Just hold still for a second so people can see.
is that close
looks
enough?
good.
Well, I know the screen gets
Yeah.
cut off.
You're good. I think you'll be all right. Good. It looks nice.
We can do a picture too.
Yeah.
I did keep both hats symmetrical, and
It
I
was a
had to.
debate.
I thought for a while. I don't know. This thing's old. This one is red. In the pattern, one hat was red, one hat was green. I didn't like it. I like symmetry. And so they're both green. And I picked green because like all the words are red and then the little like leaf things are green, and I thought so it wouldn't be too much red. And I'm just so happy. I actually every time I kept working, I kept finding more that I had missed. I thought I just had the bird and the snow, and that was a lie. That was determined to be a lie. There was branches, there was other snow on branches. Every time I was like, wait, I didn't do that either. So, but it's finished.
Woohoo! Nice, Lindsay. You got to finish.
Thank you.
That's all you have?
That's all I have. That's okay. I can show.
Well, yeah. Lindsay's also working on a model stitch, so that's not something she can show off yet.
And I'm so slow at stitching. My husband said, well, how many stitches do you get per hour? And I'm like 30 or 40. And his eyes got all big. I was like, yeah, I know. It's really bad. I was like,
well,
it's
his
over
eyes
a minute.
got big because we had just talked about, I'm sure these questions were coming because he came over to pick up your son. And so I was telling him all about what I was doing. I'm like, I'm busy, whatever. And I'm stitching away. And I was talking about stitch counts and stuff. And he's just like, okay. I'm like, don't even ask Lindsay.
Well, yeah. And then I'm like, I do like maybe like a good, like if I'm trying to focus, it's like 40 an hour, which is so bad. It's more than a minute per stitch, which doesn't make sense. I don't know how I spend. And then he was like, well, I think, it was like, sometimes I get distracted.
That's okay.
Surprise. But I can't just sit and stitch without like noise or something in the background or something, TV. And so, yeah, I get distracted and
yeah.
But that's whatever. I'm a slow stitcher. Who cares?
My next piece. You ready?
Yeah.
So
I don't even know what that is.
I know. Huh? Kind of. It's a stitch for Sweet Freedom.
Oh yeah.
I got from Lindy Stitches. That I purchased from Lindy Stitches this last month, and I had I had 3 rows. I spent a day on this. I've almost completed this entire skein of this color. No joke. I have one length of thread left.
You.
Oh no. I have one length of thread. I'm going to keep talking because it might be okay on my side. I have one length of thread left for this skein of Weeks Dye Works, and I'm hoping it works out because I still have a little bit of blue up here. Yes, I know. I kept talking because it might be recording. So.
Okay, well, it was we almost used a skein of this color.
Yes, I've almost completed the entire skein. I have a length left, like one length, and I've already taken 2 strands from that length, so I only have 4 strands of this color left. And there's more blue up here, like
yay,
more inner shirt. So we'll see. We'll see if I make it or not. If not, I'll just go buy some more. I'm kind of need some fabric anyways because I'm thinking about starting Pandemic. I think I could do it because I started shaking your head at me for. After doing this, I got a lot of stitches done in a week, man. I can do this. All right, my last one.
Until school starts next week.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm going back to work earlier than anticipated. And so I'm really glad I got this in because this was kind of my, dang it, we're not going on our retreat kind of thing. So let me do my own. stitching getaway. And my husband was really nice. Like he took the kids a lot when he wasn't working, so and let me just stitch, so which was really good. But I can't do that all the time, obviously. But okay, this is my last piece. You ready to see all the progress?
I was so upset. I was so upset about the retreat
I know.
cancellation.
We need to.
I was like, Heidi, no, you're gonna love this. I was like, well, there goes my whip go.
Oh,
As if I've been even caring. Like I've even like super cared about like getting all my whip goes. But I know in my gut that it'll be all completed at the end of the year.
yeah, you're doing the virtual retreat. You're doing the virtual retreat. Doesn't that count?
Well, I don't know. Am I doing? I have
rules. It's your rules. You can do whatever you want.
Well, I don't know when the virtual retreat is. Like, I have a job.
Oh, I thought you had already signed up for it.
Oh yeah, I did. I did do that. Well, because I was already a confirmed attendee, so I didn't have to pay.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to pay. I don't know. I did fill out something.
You filled it out because you're like, are you doing this? And I'm like, probably not, because it's in the middle of back to school. And yeah. So my retreat was to go join a competitive stitching group and stitch 1,000 stitches a day for a week.
There you go.
And I had a blast. And honestly, like I made some new stitchy friends. Like the ladies that I stitched with that were on my team were just amazing, and we all had a really good time. So
Oh, that's great.
I had a really good time, but it is definitely not for the faint of heart. Like you better be ready to go, kind of thing, you know? All right. I did not have, this is my last piece to show off. I did not have any of this blue or red along the top. Like I had the moon area done, but all this darker blue and red did not have done. I left this to do later because it's much more detailed and there was more. I needed to do blocks of colors. I needed a lot of stitches. So I didn't, and I need to move my fabric down a little bit more so I can get the top better. So I just didn't deal with it yet, but it's really, the top is really close to being done, like really close, because it's just the top for my name and then right here for a couple more reindeer.
Oh, so good.
So that's the top portion. And then we got ourselves some Santa. And then I'm almost done with the green in the sled.
Wow.
Yeah. So you think I'm going to have this done by December?
No.
Yes, I am. Easy. I had no idea I would get this much progress on it in a week. Like I got a lot of progress done on this piece in 1 week. So I'm really happy and excited about that. And it's gonna be a finish soon. I think I'll have it done. I think I'll definitely have it done before Thanksgiving. I think so. I would have said I'd have it done before back to school, but I'm going back to school much earlier than I had anticipated, so that's not going to happen.
Did I tell you I'm doing Christmas in July? So all July I'm only working on Christmas projects, except the one model stitch.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, actually my husband picked it because I was like, pick out what I'm gonna stitch, you know. And he said, I showed him. Well, first he said Gypsy Queen, and then I said, wait, I have to show them all to you so that I can feel like you know, didn't just say the one you remember, whatever. So I showed them all to him, and then he said you should try to finish as many of your Christmas ones as you could. And then it clicked. I was like, Christmas in July. And then I was like, oh, I don't really have that many, but it turns out I have plenty.
You do have plenty.
I have a good chunk of Christmas, so one down and like several to go.
What's your next one that you're gonna work on?
Hold on. I have a Mill Hill bird, Christmassy bird. I have Mrs. Claus, Mr. Claus. I think I'm really close to getting Mr. Claus done. And then I have Merry Christmas, My Dear, which is also super close to being done.
Yes,
and then I have,
Yes, it really is.
else? I have another deer ornament on like an Ada fabric with like designs, which could be done like that. The bird. And then like I decided after talking to you, I'll throw in Christmas presents. Gifts that we're stitching.
Yeah.
So that counts as Christmas too, if it's a Christmas gift for somebody else. So I'm probably gonna not finish all of them in time, but we're on the 8th. I have one down. Let's see where we go. We could get somewhere, right?
That's all good. Hopefully next week I'll have more finishes. Hopefully. Because I did get my beads in. So I should finish my daughter's sampler. That should be really I could do that in an evening if I just sit down and pulled it out and did it. And it's already on the scroll frame. I put it on the scroll frame so I can finish it easily. August is almost done. And I had done some whip stitching for something that I want to fully finish. So maybe next week, no promises. I have a lot going on between now and next Wednesday. A lot. Like I'm taking a certification exam.
You got it.
I gotta go clean out my classroom. Stuff like that, So
don't worry about it. You got it.
We'll see. Yeah. So we'll see if hopefully I get some time this weekend to do some fully finishing, because I really would like to spend a good amount of time to fully finish. That's kind of what I do during our retreats.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't complain. I got 8,000 stitches in. So.
I got mine that needs fully finished.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, you know what you want? I'm thinking a white creamish frame. Like, I don't know. No, I don't know what I want.
Okay.
No, I have no clue.
Gotcha.
Something to hang up. This is going to be probably like a hang up piece.
Mm-hmm.
So this was all the, this was on 28 count under the sea fabric. I think it's called wintergreen or evergreen. I don't remember. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think how it should be finished? Let's look at the actual.
A wall hanging would look cool.
Really? And it would have to be only coming out at Christmas, so it could be picked up easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flat fold.
Wait, like a wall hanging? What do you mean flat hanging? Not like
a flat fold. If you have a place, do you have a place that you would want to put it, like a counter or something that you would want to put it on? Or if not, if you want to just put it on the wall, a wall hanging would work too, because that's all fabric and easy to fold up and put.
No. I don't enjoy the wall hangings.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
It's not my favorite. I feel like I worked on that for like 2 years, and I would want it, I think, framed or some maybe even a pillow.
Oh yeah, that would work too.
Maybe.
Okay, well, you think on that, because it's your project. Whatever you want, we'll talk about it. I have some Christmas fabrics, so we can work with that if you want to do something other than framing.
Okay. Well, I think let's wrap it up, because it's getting dark in my room.
It is getting dark in your room. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. We're happy that you came. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and leave a comment if you have something to say to us or a question.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Happy stitching.